All right, welcome to the Gamers Cast, episode 7. Let's go, man. We got 4 of us here tonight. A couple other guys wasn't able to make it, which is cool. No problem. We got this. Dre, 41 in the house. Let's go.
My boy, going on, y'all? Y'all see the drawing in the back? That's mine. I did.
Hey, did you really?
Yeah, I drew that. Yeah.
Hey, that's nice, dude. That's awesome, man. Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm an artist too, bro. I don't draw like I used to anymore, but that's sweet, dude. That's
Thanks, man.
I like that, dude, a lot.
I draw. My coloring just sucks, so I don't ever color.
I don't color. I don't color either, bro. I've always been black and gray, man. I don't know, man. Throwing color in it, I like the way you did that. I don't know, is it like a paint tool kind of thing you're doing, or is that straight with your fingers?
It's a sketch app on my phone, and I use Adobe Photoshop.
Okay.
And a couple of other apps, and I put them all together. I use that Remedy to sharpen everything at the end.
Got you. See, now when
I just uninstalled that too because I wasn't really using it.
See, when I draw, man, like I said, it's been a long time, like a long time, but it was always old school pencil and the drawing pads.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. Yeah.
So I used to try the color thing, dude, but I was horrible and always destroyed my work, bro. And I was like, man, I ain't doing this crap no more. But anyways, my man Ken back again. I like
yes, sir.
Man. Two shows in a row. That's awesome, dude. I appreciate you showing up tonight, man. That's awesome, dude.
No problem.
And of course, the superior one, Spike. My man, he's the only one. Now, Dre has been here every single one.
True.
Since he's came on. So I applaud you on that. But my man Spike has been on every single episode, dude.
Mr. No Days Off.
Mr. No Days Off. It's a pleasure.
Dude. That's awesome, dude. So that's awesome, man. I appreciate you too, my brother. So it's really sweet, dude. So let's go ahead and kick this bad boy off. And of course, how we always started off, games we've played this week. And we're not going to do no order like we already talked about. We're just going to talk. I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and start it off. I have not played nothing at all, dude, other than and I hate to even say it, man, because Jesus, it's been 3 years in a row been playing this dang game, dude. WWE 2K19, and that's only because of the freaking UWA show, that Royal.
I don't even count it as playing a game myself.
I don't either, man. I don't either. But man, that show killed me, bro. Man, oh my God, dude. Like, I always do all the editing myself anyways, and all the matches usually, man. But there's a couple of sometimes skits or, you know, that I've had people do, or they wanted to do themselves and such and such. And then of course I throw it all together at the end. But this show, the pay-per-view, I did everything by myself. Everything that was on there, I did myself, and it was a lot of editing, which of course, if you guys watched it, which I think every single one of you did. I know Dre, you was not in the party with us, but you.
No, yeah, I was watching.
So every little like cool thing that obviously the game would not do, like I did, man, it took me forever, man. And then like my editor was being real stupid too, like when it was the audio, man, that I was doing with the opening of the show, the audio and then the video package that I was making, like none of that stuff went together. Like that audio was not a part of that video, and then I had to splice a bunch of stuff. For some reason, man, my editor was just wanting to be stupid, bro. So like that was added on time. But anyways, I've not played anything, dude. I've neglected my PS5 and my Series X, to be honest, other than having that crap game on there. But yeah, so actually tonight after the podcast, dude, I'm gaming, dude. I am gaming until I pass out in this thing right here. And then I have to hear my wife talk crap. Why don't you come to bed? Like, whatever.
Don't feel bad. I have that happen a lot.
I don't know what you guys got planned afterwards, man. But if you guys are gaming something and want to play something, I'm down. If not, I'm playing by myself. But I'm definitely gaming tonight, baby.
Yeah, I hear that. For me, it's kind of been the same thing, man. I know I said it in the chat, but I'll make the announcement. I ordered a custom PC that I paid under $1,000 for. I'm so damn happy because
awesome, dude.
Literally, and the same thing, just like you, D. 2K19. Literally trying to get these damn shows done. trying to get the April shows done, which I finally did. It literally takes me just to record the show. You know, usually the shows now they're running short for some weird reason, like half hour. And so I edit those. I add like 5 to 10 minutes of cutscenes, and just the loading times of those cutscenes, man, it could take like for what 60 seconds can take you about 20 just with the loading and putting the characters in and the voiceover.
That's why, like, when I got promos to do for you, I try to like do it myself and do all the video and everything to like cut the work
to try
for
to
you.
help out.
Yeah, because I know.
Here's the good thing I did. Every single promo that I did, like that I added to the show, I did a bass one with just crowd noise and no audio. So you could just send me the audio and I could just paste it on there. Boom, no problem. I literally did that with every single promo that everybody sent me. I have a bass one and then one with their voiceover on it. Because I can't do that. I'm sorry, it's too much. Like I had to cut the times down on everything, and my PC wild slow. But no, other than that, 2K19. You know, I was roasting and State of Decay. You know, I was the best player on there.
Stop lying, man.
People were trying to steal my shine on there. It was really bad. I had to, you know, like
really.
Reason people ain't want me to be great. I think you know. It's hatred. I don't know.
I got footage that says otherwise, sir.
We don't know what that footage is. It doesn't exist. I don't know.
It's on YouTube.
YouTube doesn't exist. So and also playing golf. They got this new mode where it's like race to the finish. So you got to swing and keep swinging until you get to the hole. Then you got to putt before everybody else. And the last like 3 or 4 get kicked out of the round, and the next round, so on and so forth. That is crazy. I enjoy golf.
I do too.
And like honestly, that's it because people been putting me to work. Not gonna say any names. People been putting me to work, so I've been just working, man, trying to get stuff done, you know. And yeah, that's it for me.
Hey, I'm gonna put you on blast right now too, bro. right now, I'm gonna put you on blast for everybody in here to see and hear. Hey man, I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. You better get that new Spike on that show, bro. I am so tired of seeing that burnt, crispy version, bro. Like every time I see that Spike, man, I'm just like, who is this?
That's not on me. That's not on me. Man, no, hold on.
The new Spike has been made for over a year now. What?
No, it's not. That's the newest one he gave to me.
Spike.
That's the newest one he gave to me.
Spike.
Bro, every time I send you the new attires, the new Spike is on there.
Yeah,
you just put the attires on the old body.
Hey, I know how you're doing your show because of the whole universe setup.
Yes, I don't have a choice.
Hey, I don't do you.
I don't have a choice.
I don't do you that way. I don't care.
I will throw the new attire on.
I don't.
Gotta make sure the skin color, everything else is right. I can't change it. I'm sorry.
Man, you
can't do it.
Yeah, you can, Spike. Don't let him lie to you, man. Don't let him lie to you, man. Anyways, that's enough.
It messes up everything.
Man.
Yeah, you see, I figured like whatever hot streak I'm on right now, I know like if he changes it, it's gonna reset everything. So I'm just like, just leave it be.
Do that if I have to face him again. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
Or after I lose that title, go ahead.
No, I get it, dude. Because like when UWA first started out, man, I was kind of the same way. It's like, man, every time I do something, it's changing it up. There is ways around that. I know you probably don't want to do it, man, but there is ways around it to throw the person back where they were and in the scenario that they were in, and it will adjust back to where it originally was. But I know, believe me, I get it. But I just ain't with that headache no more, man. Like with people doing stuff, and then of course I like to update stuff too and make it look better. And I'm just tired of seeing that.
That fresh off the Caribbean
monetization.
I'm just tired of seeing that old version of Spike, man, with the crispiness on the forehead, and he's got a nice version, bro. Like that new Spike it looks just like my man right here.
Listen,
where you at on the camera? It looks just like him, man. And
after this podcast, I will take him, and hopefully the one in universe mode doesn't have a bunch of boosts on him and stuff like that. Because if he does, then he loses all of it.
Hey man, you can fix that, Dre. Man, you the editor. Stop playing. You the editor of the show. Stop it.
Universe mode does it. I can't do it.
You can do what you want. It's your show, man.
I can't put like the hot streak on,
man. You could.
I can't put the hot streak on.
Do you think that Brian Hux really came out and they showed? Then I'm not going to go into it. Anyway,
we'll go into that afterwards.
We'll talk about that later. Anyway, what else have you guys been playing, man?
All right, so what I've been up to, because I don't think I think since the last time we've been on, I've finally got a PS5.
Yes.
So as you see,
join the team, baby.
I got the Miles Morales in the background. I've been playing Spider-Man Miles Morales. Really, really short game. I actually beat it in like 3 days with the limited time that I do play it. I did the demo for Immortals Phoenix Rising. I jumped back into Cyberpunk 2077. And ironically, since you did the post today, I've been playing Maximum Carnage because I'm set to finally, after like 2 decades, finally beat this game.
Nice, dude. Nice. Real quick, the Phoenix Rising. Now, I've just not have time, dude. And I've been really wanting to play that new Assassin's Creed game. I know Ken was like, woo, when I got it. I installed it and I haven't even touched it yet. I've just got so much on my plate, dude. But
I literally just installed both of those games right before we got online because, like, I told
you haven't played it yet. Then the Phoenix Rising.
I did the demo. I did the demo of it, and I liked what I saw in the demo. It looks kind of like Genshin Impact. You probably don't. I don't know if you know what that is because it's more mobile game. Okay,
and I've heard of it. I obviously haven't played it, but
it seems like it's open world, just like that. You actually create your own character.
Yep,
I think in the demo you have to play as the female character. So I was just like,
yeah.
I'm just like
I said, I knew all that. I know about the whole game and everything. I just haven't actually
gotten into
it all the way like I've really been wanting to, man. So I didn't know if you had already dug into it. And
I did like maybe the first, like the tutorial and whatnot.
I'm so excited to actually like dig into that and really make my character, man, because you already know how big of a Zelda fan I am, dude, and that's a Zelda clone, obviously. So I'm really excited to play that one, man. And the colors are so vibrant, and obviously it's a Zelda clone game, but it's like
it's a Zelda clone in terms of Breath of the Wild,
right?
But then but it kind of reminds me of Fable also.
Yes. That's yes. Perfect example of that.
I got Fable on my Xbox.
Yep, I have all the Fables, dude.
I have all the
same.
The ones that matter. There was that one. What was that one?
The 4-player team one?
Yeah, I don't count that one.
Yeah,
I guess you have to, but I don't count it.
You don't have to.
I don't count that. That game's crap. What about you? I know we're not pick going, but I mean, Ken, I think.
I'm the last one. No, I've been playing ESPN Football 2K5 because I ordered it and it worked. The disc looked amazing and brought a tear to my eye of what real football games should be.
Yeah. And it's funny that people, whenever we talk about it, because we've brought it up on the podcast several times, that game, because how amazing it is. But when you talk about that game, and it's funny because you just said it, I always forget to mention ESPN because ESPN was a part of that game.
Yeah, you know, Chris Berman and the whole crew.
I always forget to mention it, and it's just like, man, that was such a big part of that game. So
it was. The presentation helped make the game to go with the gameplay, like the halftime show. Like I was like, man, I forgot all about Chris Berman during the halftime show, breaking down the biggest plays. It was fun, and I haven't touched. Which Madden do I have? I haven't touched Madden 20 since it actually came in the mail. So
I don't know why you bought Madden 20.
Because I got it for like $3.
Oh, okay. I can't blame with that.
I think the last podcast I talked about Madden 21, and that was only because I got it for the EA Access for free, or that's not called EA Access no more, EA Play or whatever it's called.
Whatever the hell they changed it to.
Yeah, I just call it Game Pass because it's all with Game Pass on it.
Right. So, crap.
I've been doing that. I still been doing well. I can't really say play it, but I do my daily stuff for Star Trek Online because, like I said in the last podcast, I'm a huge Star Trek nerd.
You about to make me get back into that. I started that like more than 2-3 years ago when it first dropped. Made my character, and then like everybody else fell out, and I was still playing it. And then it was just like me playing by myself. I was just like, I'm not having
you
fun.
jump back into it now, whether it's on PC or console, you're gonna have to relearn it. Because I took like 2 years off, and I felt like I had to relearn it.
I mean,
because
that's
they've
any
changed
game.
a lot.
Yeah, that's any game. DC Universe was like that too when I first played that back on PS3.
See, I haven't touched a Star. Jesus Christ, I was about to say Star Wars, Star Trek. I haven't. I'm okay. I'm not a Trekkie. I'm just not. I never really got into. I mean, and I've watched shows, older to the. Well, not newer, but the ones that was in like in the 90s or 80s.
I've watched Voyager.
Like I've watched
Picard.
certain things over the years, and of course I've watched some of the older movies and stuff, man. But I was like never heavy into
shout outs to the god Benjamin Sisko. Just gonna put it out there.
Okay.
Best captain ever.
So I just never really dug into that too much. Now I used to get the games back in the days, but I don't think I've touched a Star Trek game in a long time, dude. I think back in like Super Nintendo days, maybe even. I'm just not heavy into that, man, and not talking bad about it. I just never really was, man. I was always more, and I know it's not even a comparison, even though it kind of is, but I was always more of a Star Wars person.
So I do that too. Like that's on my list. I played Star Wars: The Old Republic.
That's my favorite game, man.
I've been running that this week too, and then I actually the Switch I had got in Immortal Phoenix Rising, and I've been playing that on the Switch a lot. I can actually glide now, so
nice. Yeah, see,
I was like, yo, why is this tutorial so long?
Yeah, I was originally going to pick that up on the Switch when it first came out, man, because I was like, man, I got to have this on the go. But then I was just like, man, I've already got the OG Breath of the Wild on the Switch. So I was like, I think I'm just going to hold, and that's why I did hold off. I wanted it for the more inferior or consoles, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it does matter, you know what I mean? Like that game, it is a difference. And talking nothing crap about the Switch, y'all. If you know me, you know I love the Switch. My family does. We all have one.
Bro, I got like 12 Joy-Cons sitting behind the camera right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We've got a crap load of Joy-Cons, and not because they're broken. We just got a bunch of different colors. Of course,
I like to mod them. Like I got the you can't see it. The Super Nintendo design one right there. Yeah.
Nice. So we're huge on that, man. We're huge on the Switch here. For a game that's going to come out on the same, unless I want it mobile where I can just take it with me, I'm going to get it on the better.
It's like back in the days when it was like, look, we're giving you Mortal Kombat for Genesis, but we're also giving it to you for Game Boy. Obviously, you're going to pick the Genesis version.
Exactly. And that's kind of how I treated that title.
Well, I actually got it for the Switch because I did want it on the go because the wife has been driving, so it's giving me a chance to just sit there and really, because with my job working third shift, I really don't get to do too much. So if I taking stuff on the go makes it a lot easier for me.
Nice.
I feel you on that. I got a bad habit of carrying my Switch with me everywhere, and I don't do anything beyond starting up Animal Crossing, going to the 2 shops, seeing what's new, and then leaving. That's it.
Bathroom breaks.
I have to do more than that with Animal Crossing because
that's when I'm out. When I'm out, yeah. When I get back in the house, like when we get off air and when I'm done doing whatever. Granted, all the stores are going to be closed in game. That's when I go around and I mess around with the island designer and all that stuff.
Now, see, in my household, man, Animal Crossing, dude, there was no way. And I don't know I don't know how long you guys have had it in your household, Ken. But like in my household, dude, there's Dante is not with us anymore. But there's 5 of us here, and
that sounded so morbid when you say it like that.
I know, like he's dead or something.
I was just like, what?
No, he doesn't live with us anymore after all these years. I'm not going to get into that because I'm going to start cussing. Anyways, there's 5 of us here, and we all love to play it, dude. And it's like, there's no way that we could share that game. So we all have our own version or
Yeah, we all
Everybody has
have
their
our own
copy on
copy.
their
You do
Switch.
too?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. 'Cause
Everybody has
I
their
know
own
there's a
copy.
couple of people, man. It's like, oh, well, we share, and obviously,
Nah,
there-
don't touch my island. Like,
right,
no.
right, and it's like, man, nah, we can't do that, man. It's like and especially if, yeah. So that's just one of those type of games where you gotta buy multiple if you've got a household full that wants to. Play.
I'm probably gonna buy the 4th one on Monday because for whatever reason my 3-year-old wants to play with everybody else.
Yeah, and it's like, man, especially if you want to join all the islands, man, and then everybody's playing, and you got someone left in the back, and they're just like,
Yeah.
so it's like you can't do that, man. Like, I think my wife actually was the last one to finally get it because she was the last one to get a Switch.
Same here. Mine just got hers, but I'm pretty sure she's caught up to the oldest, who is actually the Animal Crossing queen of the house. So we'll see if she stays queen after about another week or two.
Nice. All right, let's switch up topics and favorite video game characters. And I don't know, man. This one
was
like
a tough one.
Yeah, and I'm only gonna name drop a few, man, or a couple or something like that, because like there's so many, man. I could just keep going probably. So I'm only gonna name drop a few. Obviously, Link. I'm gonna go ahead and get that out of that's my favorite character of all time.
Wow,
stop it,
Dre,
stop
really?
it, stop it,
really?
Stop it. Simon Belmont would be number 2. Love Simon.
I didn't get the Simon hype until the Castlevania anime dropped, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, I love Simon Belmont, man, and I hate that he's not a part of every single one of the games, even though the family name is, and you've got some of his whatever cousins or whatever it was down the line, and I get it because it's different timelines. So it's kind of how I love the way the Zelda timeline and franchises, they still keep true to that character. And I know Simon wasn't on every single one. I know he was on he was 1, 2, and 3, I think, right? Yeah, and then the one on Super Nintendo, and then of course Bloodline, and then a couple of the other ones he's not the character. But anyways, yes, love Simon Belmont. Those are probably my 2 favorites, dude, to be honest. And I'm not gonna there's a few others. I don't know. These are like cartoons and movies, obviously too, man. But does like the Ninja Turtles like kind of characters count? Even though
they got multiple games.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. They have a bunch of games.
Did you see the new Ninja Turtles game?
Yes, dude. Did you not see me retweet that?
We all seen it.
Did you not see me retweet that and like it like the day it dropped and talked about? Dude, I am so freaking hyped about that. But yeah, I was gonna say Raphael is my favorite character out of that. But I mean, that's cartoon wise and movie wise and everything too. So, let me see what that is. Yep. So I'll keep track of that time. But yeah, that I don't know. I'm not gonna name drop too many more, man. Like I said, I could name more, but those are my.
Yeah, I didn't have too many myself either. Like I only had 2, and it's like as you said, I just remember the 3rd one. So I had number 1 was Chrono, the silent protagonist, Chrono Trigger. Then I had Samus, just because, like we said in a couple of episodes back, it was like badass to play the whole game, the original Metroid, and then you're just like, yo, let's see what this dude looks like, and he takes the helmet off, and you see like, oh crap, it's a female. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then my 3rd, I'm gonna have to say Solid Snake.
I was literally waiting for you to stop talking, and I was gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna name drop one more, and it's gonna be
Solid Snake.
I put it on everything, dude, because I love that. Yeah, the Snake's definitely in there too for me.
Yeah, I got a Snake, K from King of Fighters, and that probably has something to do with my name, but plus I had his moves down pat. Me and him did a lot of work. And then Cloud from Final Fantasy VII. I don't really know why, but it was something about him that he just entered into my favorite fray and just stayed there.
Nice.
For me, yeah, I have to add Solid Snake. Another one is Commander Shepard, because I played Mass
Effect. Yeah.
So that definitely Commander Shepard, even though you create
Commander Shepard is you. Yeah, I was gonna say Shepard, but I play a lot of games where you make your own character, so I left those out.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Mad Max. That game was incredible. I know a lot of people probably didn't play Mad Max. I played it, beat the game. It was fun. It was really fun.
I have it installed and I haven't touched it, but I've heard
It's
nothing but
it.
positive reviews on that.
It's so underrated. It's so underrated. And ending that one for me is this guy right here, Marvel versus Capcom. This guy right here, I get real nasty. Like,
I'll knock you back down with Ken.
Oh, here we go. Stop using my namesake, man. What is wrong?
You know, Akuma is way stronger than Ken. You gonna have to relax.
Nah, let me bring that violent
Stronger don't mean you can use them right. I'm gonna just.
That's who a lot of people they jump and they pick Akuma and they don't realize like for all that offense he has, his defense is like probably the worst in the game.
When you on point, you don't need defense. Stop my.
All right. I got Capcom versus SNK 2 sitting in the background, bro. Don't let me get started.
What's that mean? What's that mean? I don't mean nothing.
Go check them. Go check my old YouTube account and watch them videos of me as Ken humiliating people. No, people online with their gamer tag up and everything, getting humiliated.
Photoshop that in.
Wow.
How long?
Wow.
I mean,
I'll make sure I'm there for this Spike so that I can go ahead and sell them correctly.
I mean, Spike is pretty good with the Photoshop too.
Wow. all right.
Never mind.
That's like 10 years ago though, and I didn't know nothing about Photoshop.
All right, bet. So those are my favorite characters.
Oh my goodness. All right, so next topic. Now this one, okay, we obviously when we do these things, we never really go over which is I would never want to do that anyways because then it wouldn't be natural. But we never really go over these topics and try to figure out, well, what does this mean? So I guess we'll just figure it out here. Now we were gonna say, favorite game sequels. Now does that count? Like the very next game after, or does that count like if there was a couple in the series?
It had to be a franchise if we're going.
Well, that's
I was thinking like any in the series.
Well, no, obviously, it's got to be in the series. But I mean, is it just like one? Like say
it could be one out of the specific franchise of games. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, a couple of mine have multiple.
Right. Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, say, mention. Let's just say the Turtles. So, are we only saying like, Turtles 2, or can I, 2, 3, and 4, or something? You know what I mean? Like, is that what we're doing? Or
I would do that one because that's how I like. For instance, I have Mass Effect 2 and 3.
That's number one on my list. Yeah,
that's number one on mine too. Because Mass Effect 2 and 3. I still play them. Ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
Say what?
3 wasn't that good.
It was better than Andromeda.
And it was better than the first one with the whole the inventory system. The inventory system. Y'all like that inventory system in Mass Effect 1?
Didn't use it that much.
Okay, wait a minute. When did y'all play the first Mass Effect? When it first came out?
Yeah, when it first dropped.
Okay, so how could y'all say that it's better because of the inventory system?
Whoa.
If y'all played when it first came out.
I stupidly played the whole game without like adding any of the acid rounds, the flame rounds, because I didn't understand it at the time until the final battle with what's his face? What was his name?
Which one? Part 1?
Part 1, not Garrus, the other one that looked like Garrus.
I forget his name.
Whatever his name is, like right before that battle, when I was like, yo, I have all this inventory. I know I'm going into the final battle. Let me look at this stuff. And I was just like, wait a minute, I could do this, I could do that. And I'm just sitting there like, I had the hardest time going through all these battles, and I could have did that. And it was like, and they admitted it too. They was like, it was kind of a cluster beep in the first one, so they simplified it in the second one, and I appreciated that.
No issues with it. I had fun, to be honest. Like, just
I hated nothing about the first one. Like, I loved the first game, but I just
like
the
inventory.
It's like the inventory, but I like the characters that were introduced in 2 more than the characters that were introduced in 1. Like, I don't remember Aiden after I left him to die on the planet, but I remember I don't remember her damn name. Jack, the ball chick.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Jack. And I had a
watch it.
crush. I had a crush on Miranda from watching what was that show? My Name is Chuck with the super spy dude, and he had the blonde girlfriend. Like that was Miranda. So I was just like, that's my game. That's my game.
Goodness. They had it to where they will upgrade your character automatically. You never turned that on?
Nah, because I like to go in and like pick everything. I don't want them to automatically put stuff, and then it's like, well, I didn't want him to play like that. And I think me doing that is what messed me up with the inventory in the first one.
Okay.
So yeah, so now we haven't really jumped into the actual topic yet. So I don't know, Ken, since you already started it, go ahead and finish what you were talking about, I guess.
All right. So yeah, like I put Mass Effect 2 and 3, Borderlands 2. That was one of my favorite ones. Red Dead Redemption 2 I have on there, even though it's technically a prequel, supposedly.
Actually, the third game.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's the third. It's the third game.
Yeah, it's like the third game, but it's like the prequel.
Oh, because
to
you
Red
talking
Dead
about because
Redemption
Revolver?
1.
Is that what you mean? Okay,
Yeah.
That was my game.
Okay.
And Revolver takes place, I think, before Red Dead 2, because in Red Dead 2,
that storyline is really
the
messed up.
Like the legacy of Red is already known by like John Marston and everybody in 2, and then 2 takes place before 1.
See, I always forget the Revolver, man. Even though when we start talking about it, it's like, oh yeah, that is part of the series. Even though,
like, if not for Revolver, I wouldn't have been even looking at Red Dead and Red Dead 2.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I got Fable 2 and 3, Saints Row 2 and 3, and Gran Turismo 2.
Nice, dude. Well, since you're talking about those, and I know we're not going in order anymore. But yeah, I'm so that way I don't forget, because you were name dropping someone that I was thinking of too. Not so much 2, but definitely 3, as it's one of my favorite games. Fable 3. Love that game, man. I like it better than the first 2. So that's one of my favorite ones on the sequels. What else? You just said it a second ago, dude. Before you said that one, because I forgot it.
Was it Borderlands 2 or Saints Row?
The Saints Row. Saints Row 2. Saints Row 2. That's the best one out of the series, and we talked about this before, I think in chat, maybe not on here, but we can dig a little bit in that too if you guys want, man. But the first one I love, but the second one, that's the one that really hit it out the park. And I hated how they switched that series up, dude, because they were like getting not even really like backlash. I don't think it was just being compared to GTA so much.
But it was like that when it first came out. Like,
right, it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then that's, and me and Spike even talked about this, man, and that's what just absolutely killed the series, man. In my opinion, at least. I know that there's still fans of it and people still played them, but man, I own them because of Xbox gives them out for free a lot of those games or whatever, man. I all the ones that I have after 2 and 3, because I did buy 3, but after the second and third one, and of course the first one, I didn't buy anymore, man. I just got those for free off of Gold, man. And I those games are horrible in my opinion, man.
Yeah.
The second one by far.
Fourth one was
amazing.
terrible.
The fourth one, I think I either got that from the short time I used GameFly, or I probably bought that for like $12, beat it, and returned it.
I didn't buy it. It was free. That and Get Out of Hell were free, and I played them for achievements, and that was about it. Because after about 5 minutes of playing, I was like, "This is absolutely horrible."
No reason to drive cars, no reason to pick up guns, because you have the superpowers. You could fly. It's like,
yeah.
And I don't want to name drop too many things, man, because it's like, man, you talk about these games a lot, man. They're like, you already said these are some of your favorite games, and it's like, I mean, some might be in it. I'm gonna name drop a few real quick. So I'm gonna try to be a little bit different because we're talking about favorite sequels. So I'm probably not going to name drop any Zelda games. I know, surprisingly, because I name dropped those so much. So I'm not going to include that in this because I love every Zelda game. I don't think there's one that I don't like. But anyways, I know the Witcher ones. Now I do like Witcher 1 a lot. but I do like the second one more, and I love the third one even more. I love the third one. Cannot wait for Witcher 4. If we get a Witcher 4, I think that it's in the works. I'm not sure, but I love the third one, even after it first came out and it was kind of like glitchy and messed up or whatever. But they finally, CD Red or whatever, finally fixed that game or whatever, and I when they did, I just loved it, dude. Let me think. I know there's other ones, man. I know the Castlevania series, which I know that's my second favorite gaming series of all time, but it just got better in my opinion. The first one was absolutely amazing. Some people crap on the second one because it was so it was real cryptic, you know what I'm saying? But I thought I loved the second one, dude, and then the third one, it just got better in my opinion. I love them. I love them. I'm not so much when it started to be in like the Nintendo 64 and then PlayStation 1 era, not as much. I love the originals more. But that's one that I like the series a lot. The Fable, we already name dropped that one. Yeah, I'm not gonna name too many more because
you're looking around the wall.
Well, because I already had like what I kind of wanted to talk about, but it's like I know I'm missing some, and I know I'm missing some. There's so many great ones, dude, that the sequels were better. I mean, you could name the GTA ones. You know what I'm saying? As they got better, because the first two, even though those were good games, it didn't get better until the third. Third one is really what dropped that series out. You know,
yeah, that top down view.
That's really right. That's what I'm saying. The GTA series wouldn't be known as it is today if it wasn't for that third one. You know what I mean? The first two wasn't something that was like, other than being able to rob people and steal cars or whatever, or whatever it was when you top down or whatever. We still wouldn't be talking about GTA to this day if that's the way it still was. So yeah, that's one that we can name. There's several others, but I don't know. I'll let someone else take the floor now if they want.
So for me, I'm trying to look at my list that I have here for sequels, and to be honest, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I'm not gonna go too crazy. Twisted Metal 2. Mm-hmm. That was my game. Like, I'm trying to get that again. I'm going to my retro game store like calling them every other day, like, yo, y'all got Twisted Metal 2? Because I'm doing a walkthrough that. I'm going to do that. And Roadkill was my guy. I'm just gonna put it out there. Roadkill was my guy. Because he had the boomerang joint. If you miss it, come back, you can use your special again. Mass Effect, you already said that, but Mass Effect 2, even though at the end of the game, spoiler alert, if you didn't beat the game, it was over 10 years ago.
I was gonna say it's 10 years.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this ain't like a few months ago or something.
The original.
No, spoil it, man. If these
just let it out, man.
A giant baby at the end.
Yeah, man. When you get into a decade or 2 decades or something, it's like, hey, I'm sorry, man. Y'all ain't never gonna play it if you ain't played it now. Like, get out of here.
Right.
Hey, man, waiting for that remaster.
Right. Yeah. What other sequel game did I play? Because I have some here, but there was other ones I wanted to talk to you guys about because y'all already said them, like Saints Row 2. Mm-hmm. Of course, that's the truth right there.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to think of what other game did I have. Me and my boy actually played Gears of War 1 through 3 in like 2 days. I never played it before, and he was such a fan of it. He was like, "Yo, let's play Gears of War," and I was like, all right.
So wait, you never even played the first one?
Right, that's what I was like. Really?
This happened.
The first one's the only one I played.
Yeah,
this happened years ago, though.
I own every single one. I've not played every single one. I just own them, man. But the first one, man, yeah, dude, that first one was, oh man, amazing.
The first one and the third one are the ones that I played a lot.
See, now I played the second one like in the beginning when it first came out, kind of a lot, and I was just like, man, I don't like this as much as the first one. So
I didn't get wavy with the second one at all.
So like after that, man, I just never really got heavy back into it. The first one I played the crap out of when it first came out. Me and several buddies or whatever, we'd actually meet up at the house like old school days, and we'd play it on my my huge projector, LCD projector or whatever, not LCD, but what was it? It was a Toshiba. It was a Toshiba. That's when Toshiba was a big name back in the days. So anybody remembers that? So I know y'all probably like Toshiba, but that back in the days they were the thing. But anyways, it was a really nice one, man. But anyways, we would blow it up, and yeah, I had lots of fun playing on that thing, man.
Fun fact: that's how the misspelling of my name came about. The GHOSL. It was supposed to be Ghost, but I had just got a 360, and my TV was classically old. It was like one of them big booty flat screen.
It was supposed to be a T, and you put L.
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be a T. So when we're playing, and everybody's like, "Excuse my language, what the hell is a L?" It's like, huh? And then it just kind of stuck with me ever since then.
No, I was always going to ask you why is, but
all right. So it was supposed to be. It was originally supposed to be Dirty Ghost, but it turned out to be Dirty Gosle, GHOSL. Right, and the reason why now it's V3 is because it got reported twice, and apparently it's a bad word somewhere to have Dirty Gosle. Yeah, that's why I saw V3, because I had it the same thing twice, and in between there it was called Absence of Light because I matched my shirt here, and then I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna stick with it, and I'm gonna go with Gosle V3.
This dude, man. Matching my shirt here. Jeez. Oh my goodness.
That's what happens when you wear your sunglasses at night.
Hey, look, I told D I gotta keep up character appearances here. Y'all saw me with the regular glasses last week. I gotta keep up with call appearances here.
I'm done.
Oh man.
Done.
Like I said,
I got my logo on my shirt too, so you know I'm really keeping up with appearances here.
I love it, dude.
I'm just all Spider-Man'd out today.
Nice. Hey,
I have that very shirt, but it's dirty right now. Yeah.
That is?
I love it.
Yeah, I got the one D's wearing.
Yeah, my oldest son actually bought me this shirt. My last birthday? Was it my last birthday? I think it was. Either that or Father's Day. No, it wasn't Father's. I think it was my birthday. I think I can't remember now. It's either that or Father's Day. He bought it for me, surprised me with this, and randomly, which I was grateful for it, but I was like, he bought me a DC Flash hat, and then of course Marvel, because I'm a huge Marvel fan, and then the shirt. But I got both of them together, and
y'all can't see my big old Marvel poster sitting.
He didn't even know. Like Flash was like one of my favorite superheroes when I was a kid. Like I'm talking little kid. And because he was so fast, you know what I mean? And like I was like really fast runner and whatever, man. So like I used to love the Flash, and he had no clue of that, you know what I mean? But it was just random because I was like, cool, I got a Flash hat, dude. That's kind of awesome.
I was a Flash fan until Ezra Miller played the.
As I got older, dude, I didn't really care for Flash anymore, man. But as a kid, he was one of my favorites just because he was so fast. So
my DC person is Batman. It's always been, and
along with like millions of others. Like, no,
let me stop. I don't know why. Like, I mean,
Wolverine and Venom is my favorite when it comes to.
So when I think about my favorite, I know this is way off, but when I think about my favorite 3 superheroes, all 3 of them have something in common. Mm-hmm. They ain't really got powers, but they got a lot of money, and that's Iron Man, Black Panther, and Batman. So I was like, they all are kind of like, except for Black Panther, maybe about the same thing. They have money and tech.
I'm not real big on DC, man. I think more or less when I was a kid, obviously when you're like a little kid, unless you've got someone telling you you're wrong or right, I didn't really know the difference between like Marvel and DC. Like I had no clue what that was. I just knew Superman was amazing. You know what I mean? this person this and this person was that. So I didn't know about the whole thing until I got a little bit older. But yeah, like Superman was always, I don't really tell a lot of people this, man, but yeah, Superman was always one of my favorites when I was a kid. So was the Incredible Hulk. And but DC wise, man, I'm not really a big fan of them, dude. If I had, I mean, I still, Superman's cool. It's just he's got the power of every single person, and then or pretty much, you know what I'm saying, and then is like better than some of those people that's the only thing that they can do, and that's kind of what I kind of hate about him, you know what I mean, at the same time, because it's like Flash, for instance, he's like just as fast as Flash or whatever, or faster, but it's like that's the only ability this man has, and you can't let him have it. You know what I mean? But Superman is so like amazing.
He's DC's version of Captain Marvel fighting.
I think better, dude, to be honest, dude. Like they put Superman on a huge pedestal, but Superman's also like he's so, I don't know. We're getting off.
But Superman is sensitive though.
Like
he could be easily corrupted.
Right, dude. And it's just like, I don't know, man. Like Superman's cool, man. But like if I had to really pick my favorite DC character over all the years, man, it would be the Joker, dude, by far. Joker.
He's my favorite villain.
I love the Joker. And I just mean character wise, dude, but like overall DC villain.
Did we all watch the 4-hour extravaganza yet?
I have not yet. I know, and if you spoil
I'm not
whatever, man, but
No, just watch it.
I haven't watched it yet, dude.
Dude, watch it. Just watch it.
They screwed me the first time.
No,
and I know that. Listen,
I'm telling you,
I know that it's better.
I've heard a lot of people
I am
say it's
fully
like
aware that it's better, but this is what they should have gave me the first time. And I played with my emotions, letting me sit in that theater, throwing popcorn at somebody's screen, just about getting kicked out because all the DC was coming out of me, and I'm cussing at the screen. I'm a big fan of Henry Cavill, but
just the first 30 minutes, and
dude, I love him, dude.
Okay, like the first 30 minutes alone fixes the problems from the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
I love Henry Cavill, man. Like Cavill, how you want to pronounce his last name?
I hated him until I saw him in Witcher.
I was just gonna say it, dude.
Oh no, he did a job.
Oh my god, dude! Like, can we please get season 2 of that?
Please,
I didn't get to finish season 1.
You haven't seen it?
Hey,
no,
man.
I watched like the first 2 episodes. I never.
Oh my god, dude!
You gotta finish.
That is one of my favorite. Like, oh man, I was so drawn into that, dude. I binge watched the crap out of it, and I hate when I do that because like then you're sitting around waiting for, and I'm just and of course COVID happened.
Oh,
and,
that's
right.
thing, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And Zandria,
so
my wife, she's not even big on, like, she loves Skyrim and she's heard of like The Witcher, but she never played it. And she even binge watched it with me because it was just
such a good show, dude.
Too. I was just like, when it first started, I'm just like, the world looks so clean compared to Game of Thrones and like Skyrim and stuff. And then the more I watched it, like the story, I was just like, all right, I could get with this. And I had the game, so I still haven't even been in it, but I was like, maybe watching the show will encourage me to want to play the game more, and it definitely did. Granted, I still ain't touched the game.
Hey, I know that Geralt, or however you want to, Geralt,
Geralt.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think several people pronounce it different, man. But I want that version in a video game, dude. Like I know we've kind of had, and if you look at the Witcher 1, 2, and 3, even though he looks the same, it's a little bit, as the graphics go, changed a little bit, man. I wouldn't even hate if they totally switched it over to Henry. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
I'll be fine with that.
I would be so cool with that, dude. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen any Witcher 3 mods where someone actually did change.
I haven't seen that.
Dude, you need to check that out, dude. Like, it's kind of cool, man. But anyways, yeah. That's an awesome series, and I can't wait for season 2. We got it so off the track, man, but it's cool though, man. Hey, that's what podcast is about, man. We ain't gotta stick on track.
Right. For me, we pretty much mentioned most of them. Mass Effect 2 and 3, Dragon Age 2. I throw in a new one. Mario 3 was my favorite Mario out of all the Marios I played. And Double Dragon, I want to say the second one. Double Dragon 2. I think
Double Dragon 2 is
2
awesome.
or 3. I can't remember which one.
Hey, 2 and 3 is amazing, dude.
The one that has it's like the train stage, and then at the end you fight like it's another stage. It's like night, and you fight the 2 ninjas.
I believe.
Oh, we gotta throw in Streets of Rage 2. We gotta throw that.
Yes. See, that's what I'm saying. There's so many good ones, man, that I left off. But yeah, Streets of Rage 2. The first one's awesome, dude. Or we wouldn't have got the second one, but the second one, yes, dude.
The second one was good. Very good.
It's amazing, dude.
It was better when I wasn't getting sold, but
dude, yeah, there's so many good ones, man.
No shade, Dre. What's up, buddy?
I left off. I'm glad you guys were bringing them up because I'm just like, man, I should have said that one too. But yeah, I agree. So many good ones, man. The Double Dragon ones, man. That's why I was looking.
Wow.
I was like, cause I didn't write it down, man. I know usually I actually already have my stuff kind of set out, and then I'll bring some up if you guys mention it, man. But I didn't do that this time around. I kind of wanted to wing it, which I probably shouldn't have done. So many good ones, dude. Akari Warriors. That first one is absolutely crap. The second one though is way better than the first one, dude. If anybody here is an Akari Warriors fan, that first one is horrible. The second one, it's not leaps better, but it is better. I don't know the Contra ones. I don't know if I'd say the second one and the third one.
Those are like.
I think the first one is amazing.
I like the first one more than any.
I was gonna say,
like
I think
isolated
I like that too.
stories.
That's why I didn't mention the Contra because it's like I like the first one better, even though I think the other ones are good. Super C was awesome.
Contra was a great game, but I'd still play 1 over Super Contra.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. So that's why I didn't mention Contra because it's like, nah, I like the first one better, dude. So, I'm gonna say something real quick because you said Mario 3, and everybody always wants to bring up Mario 3, dude. Screw that. Mario 2. Mario 2, hey, whatever you want to call it, Doki Doki.
Okay, say is it sequel?
Hey, we in America, whoever is outside of America, we didn't know nothing about no Doki Doki until many years later. It was Mario 2 to us. And Mario 2 is that game, bro. I will play. I choose that over Mario 3 any day. Now I know my wife and everybody else in the world don't agree with me. I loved Mario 2. I loved it. I still do to this day. I just love it.
I like 3 because of like all the secrets, and as a kid, I knew people showed me like, yo, just duck down on this thing for like 3 seconds, and you'll drop into the background, and I was like, oh wow. And then the second warp whistle in the castle, I found that by accident on my own. So it was I
think I loved 2 way more than 1 or any of the other ones because it was so different, dude, from the first one. You know what I mean? Or any other Mario related game prior to that, man. It was so different, dude. And it wasn't just the same Mario and Luigi except for the color swap or whatever. Like they actually
played different.
Yeah, they played different. They looked different. There was different everything. And then you had the which her name was Princess Toadstool back then. And not
in my mind, they just changed her name to Peach over the years.
Well, and the funny thing is, us Americans changed it to Peach because it was always Peach in Japan. It was always Peach. Nintendo America is what switched it for whatever reason to Princess Toadstool. And then I think it was the third one. Yeah, the third one is when they went ahead and got on board and was like, nah, whatever reason. I always call her Princess Toadstool to this day. But anyways, she was in the game and then Toad was in the game. It was just so different, man. And like, I loved it, dude. And it was such a change from the first one, which I literally, my best record could beat that game in 8 minutes tops. Like, that I could beat the first game in 8 minutes. Still to this day, probably maybe not 8 minutes, but 8 minutes was my record time.
Everybody knows the shortcut in the first cast.
Yeah, dude. So and of course I didn't go through every single level. It was going through the warp zones or whatever, but still within 8 minutes I beat that game. That's my personal best. So anyways, yeah. I'm not gonna name drop anymore. So if you guys have any more that we can continue on, or we can go to the next one, because there's so many other sequels, dude, that we could continue talking about, that at least I know that there's more. But the Sonic games, Sonic 2 was I mean, and then you got the third one, the
Sonic and
Tails.
Knuckles. That was
That's what I'm saying, dude. There's so many. Who was the one that made this topic? Was it Sheed?
Yeah,
of course, the guy
one
that's not here. The guy that's
Yeah.
not here. This was his topic, man. I think this is a cool topic, but at the same time, man, there's too many daggone great sequels, dude. Like, I don't know. It was a good topic. But anyways, so remakes we would like remakes we like over the original. So this almost fits into what we were just talking about. Right?
Right.
Favorite
Never
game
played
sequels?
a remake.
So remakes. This
Yeah.
I've never
almost
played a remake.
You've never played a remake of nothing?
I'm gonna start this off.
Yes, you have. You
I literally
played
have
the new Tony Hawk, so you played a remake.
Right.
There you go.
You're right.
He got you. He got you.
You a liar.
I don't consider that a remake.
It is a
That's a
remake,
remaster.
though. No, it's a remake. Well,
It's a remaster.
Is it?
It's kind of a remake because you could play it. You could create your character in Tony Hawk.
Yeah, it's a. I consider it.
You couldn't do that in the original.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's a remake because a remaster is just like they enhance stuff.
Scaled up graphics of the original.
No, because they use the same source code for one.
Yeah, but dude, that game looks nice. That game looks a lot different from the originals, though. So that
Okay,
can't be just a remaster.
Then I guess that's the only one. If that's what we call it.
Okay.
All right. For me, a lot of people are gonna be like, "What?" Final Fantasy VII.
Ain't nobody gonna say not me.
I am.
don't think so.
What you mean nobody? I'm gonna say something.
I said, well, I agree
gonna
with
say
you.
something.
Wait a minute. How the remake better than the original?
I just like it. And like I said, I know I was gonna get flack for it, and I understand because I love
You
my
losing the title.
Hey, now do you physically own it or bought it digitally, or did you get the one off? Because I don't know if you know this or not, which you probably do, but you know how it's free on if you own a PS5 or whatever, or PS4, even, how they've got it free right now going on.
Like right.
The game's free. Now, do you actually own it, or did you get it that way?
No, I got it like as soon as it dropped.
Okay, so you still have it. Did you update it yet?
No.
If you physically own it or physically bought it digitally and didn't download the free one, there's a free update for the PlayStation 5 with enhancements and stuff.
Okay, I have the digital version that I downloaded because I think.
Okay, well then, but you actually own it though. See, if you get the free one, it's just the PS4 version.
No. I own the PS4 version. Yeah.
So that's awesome then. So make sure you get on that, man, because
I think Mortal Kombat was one of those free upgrades also.
Yeah.
Which freaked me out when I started it up and I saw like everything was locked and I was like, what? And then it was like, oh, because the PS5 version is considered different than the PS4 for some reason. But like I was saying, like my bread and butter is my turn-based RPGs. Like I said, I'll play my Chrono Triggers, I'll play my Grandias, everything. I don't know, just like the whole is with the change of times, I know like they say we're not gonna go back to turn-based games unless you're playing like exact ports or remakes of things. And I just adapted to it, and I like the story, the way the story was told better. I connected more with the characters through playing it on the new version than I did back in the original. And on the original, I didn't play that when it first came out. I didn't play that until I met my wife, and she was like, "You never played Final Fantasy VII?" That's like her favorite game of all time. And like she got me that on the PSP Go. And I played that's the first time I played that. And like that's a great game, taking nothing away from it, but it's just something about the way they told the story. And I know it's not like I said, I played the original 7, I played the remake. I like the way the story was on the remake, where it's just like, spoiler alert, certain people died in the original, and then like in this one, due to the change in story, some people survived. Or like technically everybody survives by the end of the game. But by the end of that chapter,
but it's not. I was about to say it's not the whole thing. That's why I couldn't
put
it on my list, because it's not the whole thing.
But like,
so
unlike like what you said with Dre with the Tony Hawk, I don't really play remakes like that. Like if I play a game when it originally came out, for the most part, I'm gonna be like, I'm not playing a remake. I already know the story. I already know how it's gonna end. They probably throw like 2-3 things in there, but at the end it's gonna be the same story. So it's no point in me playing it. And I think that's what I liked with the 7 remake. It wasn't a straight like upscale retelling of the same story. Like there was differences, like massive differences at the end of that story.
See, I like remakes, man. If it's done right, if it's done right. If it's a crap version, dude, and they ruined it, and it's just like, why did you even do this? Then you know, what I mean, if it's not as good or better, then I don't see a point in doing a remake. Personally, let me check
that goes for movies too, like Willy Wonka and a lot of that stuff that
and that's
came
what I'm
out.
saying, man. And that's what I'm saying. So it's got to be just as good or better, in my opinion. Or like, what's the point? Link's Awakening. Now I'm mentioning that one because the original was out for the Game Boy or something like that, dude. Right? Yeah. The original
Game Boy. Yeah.
Even though I love handhelds, dude. Back when I was a kid, dude, I owned the Game Boy when I was a little kid, when it was first came out or whatever. Even though I owned all that stuff, dude, I still wasn't a diehard like handheld person, dude. Like I would prefer to play it on the TV. And I'm still like that to this day. I'd prefer playing on the TV, even though I own a bunch of handhelds and I do like them. But Link's Awakening, dude, in my opinion, dude, the remake for the Switch is so much better, dude. So much better, dude. Like it's something. It's amazing, dude. It's really good. The Tony Hawk game, which I wasn't even going to mention that, dude, but I like it. I thought it was really good. I think it's better just because like the first two of the original ones is really good, man. But I mean, it didn't take away from it. You know what I mean? Like it's just as good or better in my opinion because of visuals and some other stuff. You know what I mean? And I love the Xbox controller too. You know what I mean? And that's what I have it on. So everything just feels amazing, dude. Like I think it's good. I'm not gonna name a bunch, man. I will name another one, and it might surprise some people in there, and some people be like, "Man, are you really?" But well, not people watching the podcast won't feel that way, I don't think. But maybe like between us, because it is one of my favorite series of all time, and Resident Evil 2, the remake. Hey, dude.
Taking
That was
nothing away
on my
from it.
list.
I was gonna add that to my list too, but I didn't finish it. And it's not that
I'm not finished with it either, dude. I don't even have to. You can play.
It's not even that I don't enjoy it. It's I still have trauma from playing the original too, so it's like when I'm playing the remake,
and that's what I'm saying. The original is that's what I mean. The first one's absolutely amazing too. And I go back and forth with it, man. But dude, the second one, yeah, that's kind of really what dug me into. Hey, I love the originals, bro. Don't get me wrong, and don't nobody come at me, man. Come after me. Like I love the originals, love them. But hey, man, that remake was done so freaking well, dude.
Yeah, it was
so freaking well. And if you have, a Series X or a PS5 or whatever, it's upscaled even more than what it already was. Like it was made for that. You know what I mean? Oh man, it's so
I guess I could add that to my list too because I totally forgot because I didn't pay for that. But yeah,
it's upscale, dude. It's upscale.
It was on my list.
I would put the third remake on that, but the game was so short. Now it is awesome, man, and it gets the upscale and all that crap too, man. But it was really short, and I actually haven't even dug into it yet because I want to play the second one all the way through. But from all the reviews and everything I've heard, it's just really short. So that's kind of a downer. But I won't name anymore. Does anybody else got any that they want to include?
If this counts, because I think it does. The Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition was Age of Empires was for the computer. It was
the town building type game.
Yeah, it's like Command and Conquer with old school like.
What was the name of it again?
Age of Empires.
Age of Empires.
Empires.
Like I'm pretty sure I played that back in the days.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't sound familiar to me.
It was what I played when I got my very first computer such a long time ago.
Yes.
They,
I had a demo disc and it had a never-ending version of this game on it, and I would sit here for 5 hours playing this game.
And they did a definitive edition, which was basically updated graphics, and they added some story mode to it. You can connect it to your Xbox Live account. You can play with people on the computer with your Xbox Live account instead of having to try to connect via other ways. I had Tony Hawk on there. I also have Deus Ex. They made the original for the computer, but the remake that they made for the PS2, The Conspiracy, if I'm reading, I think that's what it was called because I don't have it. Yeah, I like that one a whole lot more.
I definitely
played it through a couple of times.
I don't want to. I did kind of like it better than Cyberpunk.
What's that?
The Deus Ex.
Okay.
Everybody like quiet. Like what? What? I liked it. I played the first one.
I liked it. Are you talking about now? Are you talking about the newest Deus Exes?
The newer one that came out
the
on
ones on the Xbox One.
On the Xbox, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think there was one of them was on 360. One of them was on Xbox.
Yeah, there was Divided Mankind or something like that.
Yeah.
I love
the man, I had to push mute, man. I had to eat a couple of Cheetos, man. I haven't had no food today, dude. I've had nothing today, dude. I was kind of fasting, man, but I was like, man, I gotta have something in my belly.
Bro, I downed a plate of spaghetti and meatballs before we even got online.
All right. Are we done with talking about the whole remakes we liked over the originals, or?
Yeah, because 2 of them don't play remakes, but whatever.
Okay. So, all right. So up next, top RPGs that we've played over the years. I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and I'll I'm only going to name a few. I'm gonna start off with probably one of my favorite RPGs, and some of these are maybe newer ones. I'm not going to go way back in the days and name some, man, even though there is some, but I'm gonna name some and these aren't new games, but I mean in the last decade or something like that, man. But Skyrim is probably maybe my favorite RPG of all time. I love that. Yeah, dude. I own Skyrim on I think every platform you can own it on, dude.
Same.
It's like the same game, man, but I own it like on every platform. Yeah,
I did everything there was to do on 360, and then I still rebought it for the Xbox One.
Right. I have it for 360. I have it for PS3. I have it for Xbox One.
Got it for the Switch. Well, the wife has it on the Switch now.
Dude, I have it for like everything, dude. It's such an awesome freaking game. It's great on the Switch. You said you had it for the Switch too?
Yeah.
Dude.
But Zandria's playing it.
Hey, but how? Okay, but have you played it though?
No, I have not.
So you don't know what it looks like or plays? Dude, they didn't. You would think that maybe it's downgraded some, man. Dude, hey, it looks and plays really good on the Switch, dude. Like,
well, the second copy might have to get got.
It is
that massive open world of Skyrim runs fine on the Switch.
It does. It does.
Really? WWE 2K18,
no, it does. There's no like lag. It's not choppy. Like it. I was blown away by how great it plays on there, dude. It's really good on there.
I'm not gonna yell for her right now. I'll wait till we get off.
Like you need to give it a shot, bro. Like you need to give it a shot. Let's see. I would have to say The Witcher series. One of my favorite RPGs. I love them, dude. And since we're talking about the Switch, I own Witcher 3. I got it originally on my Xbox One, and with all the DLC or whatever, dude. And I haven't played it yet. Shame on me. But I have the complete edition for the Switch. because when you go buy it for the Switch, it is actually the complete edition, so you get everything with it. And I actually have the box sitting right here, the complete edition.
I was looking at that yesterday, but I didn't pick it up.
I haven't, like I said, I haven't actually played it yet, man. But from what I've heard, it plays great as well. It's not messed up. It's not choppy. Obviously, it doesn't look as good as the counterparts, you know what I mean? Like on Xbox or whatever. It's not as good, but it's still, from what I've read and seen, it's they say it's pretty daggone good, man. So and I'll name another one. And we've talked about this game before, man, but it is one of my favorite RPGs, and that's the Fable series as well. Those I'll kind of keep it at that. I'm not gonna continue on, man, but those three are really heavy hitters for me.
For me, I would have to say Mass Effect, of course. That's one. Jade Empire, that's number 2.
Okay.
If people never played Jade Empire, it's like,
you've talked about it before and I have not.
Man, it's on Xbox One. It's like, I forgot how much it costs, like $10 or something like that.
I didn't even know that. I'm about to grab that right after we get off then, because I never finished that.
Hey, please. I know that because I said something last one, and you said something. I think it was the very first podcast you was on, and then four podcasts later, and I actually tried looking up the game, and I'm like, man, what did Dre say? Please put that in the chat, like right now, please, before you forget. And
show up in chat, Dre.
And that other game that you said you and Ken played, because I still have not been able to find that game. That
Generation Zero.
I think it was Generation Zero.
Yeah, with it's like open
with
world,
the mechs.
With the monster. Please.
Yeah, where Dre really sold.
And I'm gonna screenshot it so that way it's on my phone. For real.
I don't like how Ken keeps talking trash about how I play when I'm.
Yo, man, we got video proof
in these
of
games.
You selling me out on multiple games.
He be going in the world, running into trouble. I be saving him, and for whatever reason, he feels like just burying me. I don't understand that. That's very odd. That's very.
How you did me in PWR versus Spike. But if we. Ooh.
I'm going to continue writing.
I'm starting to sweat under this hat.
2 audios, by the way. I don't know if you got that yet.
I don't think you're talking to us right now.
I might send you a third one. We'll see. And then you choose out of the 3 which one you want to work with.
Did you have any more there, Dre, before I started?
I'm done. I have nothing else to say.
Oh, wow. Sir. That's how you going to be now?
I mean...
I'm going to just show the video proof to the people.
Anybody else who would see me play with you knows that I try to help you, because you be going in there getting your boots smoked. Then I got to
No. Not in State of Decay. That was Sheed out there getting folded like a paper plate.
I just let him get folded out there. He wanted to be Superman. Go ahead.
He's trying to take on a juggernaut with his fists.
I'm good.
All right. So my favorite RPGs, Elder Scrolls, Oblivion, and Skyrim are number 1 and 2 for me. Way too many hours and still hours getting played. I actually didn't beat Skyrim for, I think, like the first 2 years because I was doing all the side stuff. And then I finally decided to finish it because I didn't know that I had just gotten way off track somewhere. Horizon Zero Dawn, one of the few that I played on PS4, the Fallout 3, 4 in Vegas, and Dark Souls. I'll probably get some crap for that, but
I
love Dark Souls.
Never
That's
played
not
it,
my
but I enjoy
forte. I
watching
suck at those. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm trash.
Hours and hours, but I don't know. I like to win. I don't like games where it's like I start off and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? You're supposed to die. I'm like,
well, as Dre likes selling me, yeah, I do have that Leroy Jenkins disease in Dark Souls, and you really can't have it. You will die a lot. a lot. I got gear sitting all over the place in Dark Souls 3. I don't think I'm gonna make it back to it. I just gotta keep on trucking. I'm not gonna make it back to it. You good, Trey?
All right, so I guess I'm up. Like my RPG list, it always starts with Chrono Trigger because, like I said, I had hit that point where I was about to be done with games, and just like seeing that it was different than anything I played before it. It brought me back into games. I'm still here today, many years later, still playing it. Zelda Ocarina of Time, Alundra because it's like the OG Zelda ripoff. Xenogears, which again I've said in the past, the whole combat system, it's unique. I don't think I've seen anything like that in any of the game that I've played. Breath of Fire 4 and Valkyrie Profile. I did like a lot of throwback games, none of the more recent stuff. Although I will throw Oblivion on there also. Like the first time I played that, I was telling Sheet and the other guys earlier, I didn't know anything about the lore of Morrowind or anything like that. This girl I was dating at the time, she kept talking about it. So I was like, let me finally get this game and play it. So we got something to discuss other than Inuyasha that we watched like 3 times from beginning to end. And like I played it and I remember starting in the dungeon and then like I never really played first person type games outside of like Doom. So for me it was different. And then like getting out of that first cave and then realizing like I am now in this open world and I can do whatever I want. I can kill enemies, I can take their pieces of armor, put it on myself, learn magic, learn combat, stuff like that. Like to me, that was like mind-blowing and unique.
So fun fact, with Bethesda being purchased by Microsoft now, Morrowind, if you have Game Pass, Morrowind is actually on Game Pass now.
I saw that.
So if you've never played it, well, it is just if anybody's watching it hasn't played it,
sure. Oh yeah.
It's Skyrim without the dragons. Yeah, it's Skyrim without the dragons, and the characters look weird. Like their faces look really weird.
It's true,
like,
but
it's
it was
like
original
squished.
Xbox. So.
Yeah.
See, it's funny that you mentioned the Ocarina of Time, man. To be honest, dude, like I didn't want to mention no Zelda games when it came to this, man, just because everybody already knows how much of a mark I am for it. So I didn't want to include it, man. It's like, yeah, I'm trying to share the love.
Well, for me, it's.
But because
it's the first Zelda game that I beat.
Right, that's my favorite game of all time too, dude. So for me not to throw it in on the list, dude, favorite RPGs is kind of like mind blowing, dude, a little bit. But I wanted to share the love and not throw it in there. So I feel like you guys are getting tired of hearing me talk about Zelda. So.
Nah, that's one of my favorites, and it's like when I had the Nintendo 64, like I said, I was a kid, like spending $64.99 on a game that was unheard of, and I could have just went and got like 2 PlayStation games at the same price.
Right.
So it was just like I didn't really have a lot of games for the Nintendo 64, other than like borrowing GoldenEye and Super Mario World or whatever the hell it was called. I mainly just had the wrestling titles, so that was like the one game that was different that I actually owned. I think I had a guide.
64 games so freaking expensive, man.
They thought it was cute. Like we got Nintendo 64. The games are gonna be $64.
Man, I think No Mercy was like $70, man. Or more.
Yeah, No Mercy was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was like 75.
I think because you got it with the expansion pack or something like that.
I don't care, man. That was crazy, dude.
I got the first one that was like $70. That kept resetting itself.
Yeah.
Do you know how much grass I had to cut to get that game?
Oh man,
yo,
I sold a crap load of PlayStation 1 games to get that. I remember trading them in, and it was like $10, $5.
Now I was how old was I when that game came out? I want to say, man, I might be off a little bit, man, but I want to say I was like 21 when No Mercy came out. I want to say. I could be wrong. I feel like I was 20. I was living in North Carolina when I got it, man, and that's when I was like 21 when I was down there.
2000.
Obviously, I'm from North Carolina, but I mean, I moved away and didn't live there. But I moved back to Atlantic Beach for like a little over a year, and while I was there is when I bought it. When did you say? 2000.
November 17th, 2000.
So almost 2001. So yeah, so you're talking 21 years ago. Yeah, I was 21. I was 21 when it dropped. So, man, dude, that's such a long time ago. I'm getting so old. Hey, Ken is too, man. Look at all that gray. I see you, brother.
Go Gray.
Babyface
Yeah,
for life.
Hey, I'm the oldest one here, man, and I'm thank God I still don't have any. Not
Some
like
of this
that.
over
There
here
is a
is
couple. There is a couple that's popping out, man. But
listen,
None
I
over
think
here.
I've mentioned it before, but there's a reason that I don't have any up here. Because when it grows, there's literally a runway. Just
Wow.
Yes.
it's a curse of my family. My granddad had streaks that would come right down just like that.
Oh,
So it'll be
wow.
black in here, and then the streaks just right there of gray,
I mean, if
and
you
then
don't die
down
young,
in
man,
here is gray.
throw
So
the
I
S
just
curl on.
Just was it just for men?
yeah.
He used to
Get the
have an S curl. Throw it back on.
I got one of them freedom grooming shavers. It takes me 2 minutes to bald this thing in the morning. I'm good.
He's like whatever.
Yeah, I'm through with hair.
I told you, get one of the glue toupee things and just put it on.
Nah, I
There you
already
go.
get enough crap from 2 or 3 of y'all about my soul glow days. So I'm not going through that again.
I mean, you could always get that tattooed look.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, I don't have that Bam Bam life in me. I don't.
Yeah, dude. Hey, I got some.
Besides, I'm too dark. Like you can barely look at that. You can barely see the one I got. That's why it's not on my call, because I'm like, man, I want people to.
He's like, what's the point, man?
Exactly.
Terrible. Completely terrible.
Oh my goodness.
It's true.
Are we still doing this? Are we still doing this? Are we still going? I don't even know anymore.
I think I finished it. I don't know unless Dre got
you
something else to add.
the RPG joint.
Yeah. I didn't know if did everybody.
I think I was the last one to go. Yeah.
I didn't know. Dude, I don't even know, dude. We get off track.
I don't even know
We
when
just out here
I'm
wilding.
just talking, dude. Video games. I don't care, man. Like, to be honest, like, I could go forever talking video games, man. So whatever.
Another game I forgot.
Please, yes.
About the sequels, it just came to me. Max Payne 3.
Yes.
I enjoyed that.
You like that one better than the second one?
Hell
I didn't even play the second one.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
I couldn't beat the first one.
Man.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, I'm kind of torn. Like, I do like the third one a lot too, man. But I like the second one a lot. I do. I like the second one a lot too.
You like the second one better than the third one?
I like the third one the best myself.
I like the third one, and that's for me skipping
maybe
the second.
It's been too long. I haven't played those in a long time, dude. I'm thinking a long time. So maybe I need to go back and play those, because I mean I even enjoy the first one, to be honest, remembering back to it. But maybe I just need to play those again, man. I do remember the third one and all of them, but yeah, I just have to go back and play those, I guess.
I like the fact that it's like
I remember
ended.
them being good though. Yes.
Like the way it ended, it was just like, you know what? I'm content with that ending. And while I would like another one, I'd be fine if it didn't continue. Like, just satisfied with that ending.
I want to bring this game up, and I've been wanting to. I know y'all gonna be like, man, but I honestly, every time we do one of these, and it's like, man, I forget to mention it. And I was like, I wanted to wait so we could actually talk about it in here instead of like in chat. So that's why I just haven't brought it up in our chat. But there's a game, and I don't know if you guys have watched it yet. It's not out. It's still being made. It gives me a vibe of, and I hope to God it's not like it, dude, but it gives you the vibe of like The Division and then a couple of other games too. But if it ends up, and I hate to get my hopes up, man, because the last time I did it, The Division.
I think I already know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna, because I screenshotted it, and like I said, dude, I actually, when did I screenshot this? February 2nd, if that tells you how long ago.
Wow.
I've been meaning to bring this up, and I just keep forgetting. And I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. I'm gonna name.
I can't.
I'm gonna.
Is it Outsiders?
No, it's called. No. Okay. It says in today's new in gaming, a brand new open world zombie RPG game. The Day Before is what it's called. The Day Before.
Look that up right now.
Yes.
I feel like I saw that on
joint.
Yes.
Okay.
And like I said, it's got the Division kind of vibe where you can group up with buddies and have the game chat. Now, when you watch the play on the gameplay on it, it's got that cheesy, which nobody in the world, when they're playing with their friends, talk like the way that they're talking on here. cheesy. It's so cheesy the way that these
Yeah,
people are
little bit.
talking, like it's like a movie or something. Like none of us would talk like that when we're playing with each other.
Hey,
But anyways, to take that
Nah,
out
there's a lot of cuss words gonna come out.
right, like you know what I'm saying, like when they do these things, they need to get like real people in here and actually play
Yeah,
and talk,
they do.
because it's like
Cover my 6. Cover my.
right. But anyways, dude, you watch this gameplay, dude.
I watched it.
Did you?
Yeah, I watched
Dude,
it.
what did you think? 'Cause I've been
So
wanting to talk about this.
now I feel like it's open world, which is really
It is
cool.
open world. It is open world.
And you could go through buildings. I mean, like really go through buildings.
Right.
And that's something that I feel like we like. The one thing in the zombie genre is none of these zombie games ever take place in cities, because I think it's so difficult.
Except for DayZ, but that's a whole other story. That's a whole other story. Well, because that's a lot of country and a lot of other stuff. But I know for a fact there's probably 90% of that map that you have not played in. And there's a lot of city, a lot of military bases, a lot of stuff that you haven't experienced just in that game. So I understand where they start you out on there. You feel like there's not enough towns, but there's plenty. You just need to play it.
I mean, so
you can go through damn near everything buildings wise on that game. So
and
but I get what you're saying.
They got a game called Scum on
yes,
PC.
and I know it.
So like they got a lot of stuff, man.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping this game is like takes those kind of aspects, but then adds its own thing that we're missing from all those games.
I think I wouldn't be mad if it was going to come out like a year or maybe a year and a half from now, because from what I've seen, it looks promising.
Yes,
but it's definitely not finished.
Right. Oh, and it's not. They even talk about it, how it's not finished. But I've been wanting to talk about this game because I'm getting excited for it. I don't want to get my hopes up. I don't want it to be another Division, man. And I don't
think it will be. I don't
think it will be either, man. But I think this is one of those games that I've been waiting for a long time. And I'm hoping it's like it. Like I said, I don't want to get my hopes up, but I've been meaning to want to talk to you guys about that on here and share it, dude. I just
have to look that up.
I'm literally watching it as you guys are talking about it right now. Yeah.
Well, hey.
Fun fact: I like the Division 2.
Can you you don't have to put the audio in here or whatever, because maybe that'd be distracting. But hey, play audio so that way you can get the full effect. If you want, or whatever. I don't know if
One
you
second. I specifically muted it so it didn't interrupt you guys.
No, play it so that way you get the full effect, man. And like I said, don't pay attention to the actual talking because that's cheesy. You can play it on here. Screw it.
You don't want to get hit with a.
Oh yeah,
you're right. Thanks for reminding me. Never mind.
But from what I've seen already, like you said, it's a bit of DayZ with a bit of Division,
with a bit of Scum, if you know what that is. Like he was talking about.
Yo, Scum is crazy.
But it looks like it's intense, like The Last of Us. Also,
yes.
If you're playing by yourself,
yes. Yeah, or even and I've had the game for a long time, and it's actually free on PlayStation on the PlayStation Store. But Days Gone, I think it's got a vibe of that too, dude. If it's got all of this,
with the driving through the town that I saw.
I just want like my perfect zombie game is somewhere where it happens in a metro city, and where most of the buildings you can go into. You can change your clothes, put armor on,
That's what this looks like.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what this looks like, dude. That's why I'm kind of excited for it, dude. But I want to be able to go into every freaking building, man. Unless it's like
from what I saw, like they show he's checking like police cars.
And that's the thing. And that's
checking vending machines.
Right. And that's the thing. From what I was reading up on too, like you have to eat too. You have to survive. So you actually have to go through and find stuff to help survive. That's got a big DayZ vibe to it, in my opinion, because you have to survive in that game. You have to eat and drink.
I think that's too much sometimes. Like
that's why I said, dude, and that's why I tell everybody, dude, DayZ is an amazing game. There's nothing else like it, but also it's not for everybody because it's too realistic for everybody. Not
like
everybody.
I said, you don't mess with the mobile games, but I'm used to playing mobile games with that same concept of you go into the wilderness, you got to pick up like berries and rocks and twigs and stuff.
And not everybody
craft
can
your
play
own
those
weapons.
kind of games, man. A lot of people
look. My problem is I just don't like how somebody could starve to death within an hour. That
I've always hated too. I've always hated that too.
Like
the way that the time you got to think because it's a video game, which is like, dude, who cares? Why can't it be set as a real time in the real?
It doesn't have to be real, but damn,
no,
this
is the kind of game that I want. And I know that there has been games that's made like this, but depending on where your region is or where you're at in the world or whatever, how you have your console or whatever set up, I think you should be able to have a world, even if it's just you and your buddies or your own server or whatever, you know what I mean, and have that server set up as a real world time. Meaning, if I only play at night because I'm old and I work and I got a family, you know what I mean, then when I'm playing that game, it needs to be night. You know what I mean? And it's not daybreak or daytime unless I'm playing during the day. I want a game like that. You know what I mean? I kind of want something like that. The DayZ thing, the time thing is why it's like that, because of the way that the time is, you know what I mean? Like you've only got so much, like I think it's a couple of hours of daytime and then like you got the night. And so and that's like that with a lot of games too, like Zelda, Breath of the Wild, the time in that game, it kind of flies. You know what I mean? Like if you're sitting there and you're constantly watching the clock, it's like 3 hours go by within what, Spike, like 15 minutes or something like that?
Yeah.
It's like a State of Decay, Dre, where it's like daytime for 10 minutes and then it's night for
so that's
like literally 20. If you're traveling from one town, depending on how far the other one is, like 24 hours in game.
Right. Yes. Now here's another fact, and I know I've said this when we were playing the game. When you first start off in DayZ, your body, you're already like, okay, so have you ever watched the trailer or leading into the game starting? Have you ever actually watched that?
Yeah.
You wake up on the side of the beach, so your body's already gone through like starvation, kind of
dehydration,
all that. So when you first start out, you're already in that mode of like, I'm gonna be dying soon if I don't replenish my body, you know what I mean? So that's why I said when you first start off, don't hold on to your drinks and stuff like that. Even when you first start off and you only start out with like a fruit or a drink, you need to go immediately eat or drink it. You come across something, immediately eat and drink it. Do not wait for it to go down to yellow, especially not red, because if you let your stuff goes down to red, you're hit. You're gonna have to immediately start eating and drinking a bunch of stuff, or you're constantly gonna be in that. But if you immediately start drinking something, eating something, and then anytime you come across something, eating and drinking something until your body gets good, you'll be set. You know what I'm saying? You won't be starving every 10 minutes. Like literally you can come across stuff. And there's been times where I've been running around for 30, 40 minutes and not have to eat or drink once. You have to get your body, just like in real life, if you went through a tragic thing like that, you've got to get your body set. But anyways, I know we're running late, man. I just wanted to bring that game up, and actually we're running out of time here in about 5-10 minutes. So I wanted to bring that game up because I've been wanting to bring it up for like the last month or so. And I'm glad we were able to finally talk about it. If you guys, I know you watched a little bit of it. Dre, you've already seen it. Ken, definitely check that out, bro. I think this game, I'm hoping this game at least is going to be freaking amazing. But let's go ahead and start doing these outros. Whoever wants to start, where can they find you, Ken?
Spike3585 on Twitter. Check out the Twitch. I'm on there almost every day under Superior One Spike. That's SUPERIOR, the number 1 SPYKE, and hit that subscribe button. I gotta feed my kids.
Nice.
Yes, man.
Where can they find you, Ken?
I'm about to log off. You can find me on the Twitter machine at Mr. GHOSLV3 because I can't spell, as we established earlier. It's the same if you see me on Twitch. I am very, very inconsistent on Twitch. I was supposed to be on there yesterday, but I took an old man nap that turned into an all-night nap. The joys of being old with kids. And if you find me on YouTube where you can watch people selling me out more than once, it's just my name, Ken Washington.
Where can they all find you, Dre?
Okay, so
just Google them.
Google me.
Dre41 Gaming,
Everywhere.
Instagram, Twitter,
everywhere,
YouTube,
everywhere,
other places, wherever you find me.
Right.
I'm there, and I'm making videos.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Follow my OnlyFans.
Oh well.
Okay. Of course, I'm the Tatted Up Gamer Dude. You can find me pretty much anywhere and everywhere under Tatted Up Gamer Dude or Daniel, aka D. You could type in either or, and I'll pop up as either or. I pretty much have those names linked somehow or whatever. But anyways, yeah, you can Google me or do whatever. Same as, yeah. So that's it. That's where you can find me too. I make obviously videos on here. I did want to stress this a little bit. I know everybody or a lot of my followers or subscribers are probably wondering, like, man, you haven't made a video in like 2 weeks. I kind of explained what I've been busy these last week or two, dude, and so that's over with, and at least that big show is over with. So expect a couple of videos here very, very, very soon. I got to get back on track on that, dude. I hate wrestling games, man. I do, man. They take me away from everything, man. Why do I do
it's your
this?
passion. It's your passion.
Like heroin or cocaine.
Man, I hate it, man. Like it takes me away from everything.
3 of us in here run our own league, Spike, and you just had the nerve to call it a passion?
You wouldn't be doing it if you didn't like it. It's a passion.
Man, I hate it.
I do it. I get paid off it.
I hate it. I don't even know why I do it, man. God. But anyways, so that's going to do it, man. So hope you guys enjoyed the show, man. This is episode 7, baby. Let's go. And that's going to be it. You guys have a great one until the next one. And like I said, I got a couple of videos coming up. So you guys have an awesome one, and game on.